Hey guys, welcome to Build a SaaS Startup in 30 Days series. In this channel, we'll be posting videos following my journey of building a SaaS startup in 30 days. So I have started my journey about 6 days ago, and in the last 6 days, I have gradually ideated and completed few of the things that I need to get done to launch my product. So I will walk you through this video what I have done in the past 6 days. So let me first start with the idea. So the idea that I have here is that to build a product that will generate LMS content. So for platforms like Workday, Moodle, and other things. So what I'm showing you right now is a um, e-learning module. uh, so if you see this is about Windows 10 Essentials. If you see, this has about 10 lessons package like this. You can click on each lessons, and each lesson is basically a video here. But if you have worked in corporate or in a university, you might have seen courses like this with text content, and then there will be a background audio that will read out to the content, and you will have quizzes in between. So you basically have to pass the quiz so to get a certificate, things like that. So we we all do this regularly in corporate companies, in our workday platform, and things like that. Or more the time, these e-learning modules are manually created by authors who basically, create this slide by slide. They design everything, and then they create these modules. And often they have a source content, so they might have some Word file, some PowerPoint, some text, some URL, some website links, and all these things. They will create this e-learning module from their source content basically. So they would might have a huge PDF on company policies, and then they craft this e-learning module slice by slice, easy for the learner to absorb. They might add few quizzes in between, and then they will finally publish it to the user. So our idea is that let the user come give us the source files, the PDFs, Word docs, PPTs, Excels, websites, everything. We will take that, we will consume it, use an artificial intelligence system, and then generate this e-learning content for them so that they can just go ahead and publish it. So the idea is that this will basically shorten the time of going from a source document to an e-learning module. So basically, they might take weeks now, and this system will basically reduce their content generation time to weeks to minutes or hours maybe. So this is like the high level idea that I initially had, and I just wanted to build this. So how am I going to build this? So that's what I did on each day. So once my idea is defined, then I need to figure out the pieces that I need to build so that the idea is comes together. So when I was exploring through this e-learning LMS platforms, the first thing that I figured out is that there is a standard format. So the format is called the SCORM, SCORM, SCORM. So and there is one more format called XAPA. So if you look at SCORM, SCORM is nothing but a standard for technical publications like for e-learning content basically. So SCORM is a set of technical standards for e-learning products. So SCORM is nothing but an XML format and things like that. So they predefine this. So when you publish a content in the SCORM package, which is nothing but a zipped file with some predefined set of folders and things like that, any LMS system that accepts SCORM files can view our e-learning content, and they can publish it to the user. So that is the idea. So all standard LMS platforms today, like say Moodle, Workday, and others, they all accept SCORM. So if somehow we are able to package our e-learning content generated using AI and give it to them as a SCORM format, then they can just publish it. So that's okay. That's like the thing I figured out. So somehow we need to figure this SCORM out, and then I need to publish my content in SCORM. Okay, that's one piece I figured out initially. And then I also need a way to kind of generate this content. So that's where the AI piece comes in. So if you see, there is this hype about large language models, and they're very good to be honest. So right now I'm using Gemini APIs to use the Gemini model from Google, which is really good. So I'm using the 1.5 Flash model, and Google is good enough, kind of give me a free developer API. Though they use my data to train their model, it's good. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. So I'm using Gemini API. I'll take the source file. Somehow I need to process these source files, and then use Gemini API to kind of generate the e-learning content for me, and then somehow I package it as come. Whom I'm done, so I can launch the product. Okay, now I need to kind of figure piece by piece. So first thing I need to figure out is that how am I going to process my files. So I have something, let me show you that. So here, if you see, what I did, I put up a quick .NET application because I'm familiar with .NET. So I thought, let me put a .NET application. So I created a simple file processor which will accept Word, PPT, HTML, PDF, and everything. So whatever files a user throws into our system, we just take them, we convert them to text files, we merge them, and we put it as a single file. So we can use it in the next step, which you can use AI to generate the content. So in this step, I use some open source libraries like OpenXML and things like that to process these source files and generate my text file. So once I'm done with this, now I have a single text file that has all the source content merged into it. Now I need to use this text file as my source of truth, and then generate all my topics, subtopics, and the content associated with it. Somehow you need to use Gemini API to do that. So if you look at it, Gemini API has a SDK in Python. So if you look at Gemini SDK Python, so you will get that. So let me go there quickly. So if you see here, okay, this is the one. So basically what I did, now that I have a .NET application which process my files, and then Gemini SDK is in Python, I don't want to go to the hurdle of creating my own SDK in .NET using my REST APIs which Gemini provides. I instead, immediately quickly put up a application in Python, and then I just made a communication system between my .NET application and my Python application. So once I have this Python application ready, that can you know pull the Gemini API and get me the results for me. First step, what I did, I kind of use the source files, and then I give it to the Gemini, and I asked it to generate the topics and subtopics that I need, that the e-learning content will have. So it did a good job, and then it generated all the topics and subtopics for me. Once I have the topic and subtopics listed out, then I give this topic and subtopic and the source file to Gemini and ask it to generate the e-learning content for that particular topic and subtopic in HTML format and in different page structures. So I have, like, for each subtopic there might be 2 to 3 pages of e-learning slides that we have, and Gemini, generated that for me. Okay, now that I have this, what is the next step? So initially I had a REST API, based system to kind of communicate between my .NET application and Fast API. Then I kind of realized that I have a hard limit of API, rate limits from Gemini API, so I cannot like call 1,000 times and it will simply work for me. No, it will not work like that. So I have a rate limit of 15 requests per minute in Gemini API. So I somehow need to kind of could reduce my limit all my requests under that limit. Initially, I had a semaphore-based system that will kind of take care of that. Each generation will take care of that, but then it turns out to be a bad idea because I might have 10 to 20, 100 users at the same time in my system trying to generate e-learning content, and then this will not really work. What I did then, I then went out to use a queue-based system. So what I did, I used RabbitMQ. I use this RabbitMQ broker, and I use this EQMB protocol, and my .NET application will basically now trigger message to my broker with the source files, and then my Python application will basically take this message, process it one at a time. Right now I'm processing 5 messages at a queue, so there are 100 messages at a time. I'm processing 5, so 95 can wait. So each of this will get processed, and each of this while processing, it uses Gemini API again to kind of generate the topic, subtopic, and the content for it. And it uses this Gemini request tracker here. So what is Gemini request tracker? Because I have a I have a single API that can only take 15 requests a minute, and then I might be using this API in many places. So I just want to make sure that I'm not breaching the limit here. So I just put this request tracker here, and my topic generator application will always pull to my Gemini request tracker and see if it can do a request. If yes, it will do a request to Gemini API, or else it will wait. So and then once it's done with the processing, it will save the generator content to a file. So now that we have this entire backend flow ready, where user we can give us a source file, and then we can take it, we process it, we extract the content from PDF, HTML, Word, PPT, Excel, and everything, and we put it in a file. We give it to a RabbitMQ broker. The broker takes it and give it to a topic generator application that's written in Python. That queries the Gemini API, and then we do some prompt engineering out there, and we generate all our generator content and put it into a file. Who? That's a lot of work for me. Last 5 days was very hectic. Once that is done, this is what I have. If you see, I gave it a particular topic and I gave some source files. It generated me nice topic, subtopic, and the content that I have to show to the user in every single page. For example, I gave a particular person's Wikipedia page, and then it generated me uh, good content. This is actually very, very nice. But I cannot give this to the customer. That's correct. I have to somehow, present it to them in a proper way, and I need a user interface for that. So how am I going to do that? How am I going to build this user interface, and show it to the user and then get their approval before I package it into a SCOM file? So because all this while I was just working on the back end, I didn't do single front end, and I did, and so the plan for the front end is to use Blazor. So if you are not aware of Blazor, let me show that. So Blazor is nothing but a system, a technology from .NET Microsoft. So this is not correct. Let me go to Google and search for Blazor. So this is what I will be using. So the reason for me to use Blazor is that it's simple, easy to develop. You can quickly build prototypes, because I don't want to use Angular and React because it takes a lot of time as a single individual developer for me with a limited bandwidth to work on this particular project. I found that Blazor is easy to use, simple, good for prototypes, easy to deploy and all these things. You can write both client and server in the same Blazor application, Blazor page, and everything like that. So I felt this is really good for me. So I started building my UI in the entire user application using Blazor. Now I need to, in the coming days, what I will do is that I will use Blazor, and it has this signal R capabilities. If you're aware, or let's go check it out. I can in the real time I can update the user with all my application processing status, and then I can show them all this unique e-learning content to them. And once I get the approval, I can publish it into a SCOM package. So all this I'm doing in the next few days or weeks. I have like 3 more weeks with me. So hopefully I will launch this in 30 more days. Keep an eye on this channel, so there's lot of interesting content. So I will try to post regularly. So I will try to post at least a day a video, so you can follow more detail on what I'm doing. So if you have any comments, if you see if I'm going the right path, or if you like this idea, or any criticism if you have, please put it in the comment section. It will really help this channel, it will really help me. Also, please like the channel, subscribe the channel, share share the video. The algorithm really likes that. So that's it for this video, guys. Come back tomorrow, we'll have a new video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.